Wow. Now it feels like a meeting, all right? The head poobah is here. We're going to figure out what we're going to do with the next. Oh, wow, there's so many people. The fire marshal doesn't know about this. I didn't realize how many people were jammed on to the left. You're like, whoa, wow, okay. I hope nobody has to pee ever in that area. I like it. It's my first time here, the Attic Comedy Club, and I like it when comedy clubs have a name that's spot on. You know, there's no surprises. You're like, we're going to the attic. There will be stairs, all right? I hope no one showed up and went, stairs? Really? It should have been a dead giveaway. This is wonderful. This is my first, I don't know this neighborhood. It looks like you guys are trying to decide which way you're going to go with it. I don't know, you know? I'm not here to judge. I just did a couple laps and I'm like, yeah, okay, whoa, all right, yeah. It's very, you know? Like the mayor just kind of went, I don't know, man, whatever. Just do what you feel. So it's good. I've been to Columbus before. I think I did a show at a church. I think that's where it was, the Rivers Crossing Church, maybe. It's like a big-ass church. And that's not how it was advertised on Google. It's big. It was very big. I was surprised. And I think that was in Columbus or just outside. But it's good. You guys are named after Christopher, probably. Maybe. I love that you don't know. I love that. You guys are like, are we? He just checked with his wife. He's like, are we? Is that? Is it Christopher? There's also a Philip, isn't there? Good old Philip Columbus. He's the first one to bring agriculture to Ohio. Good old Philip. I like Christopher. Wait, I forget how we feel about him. You guys ever do that? You ever remember someone from history and you're like, wait, did he get canceled after death? If you get canceled 500 years later, that's, you know, you did your best. For what? Like if they didn't know for 500 years, and then they're like, wait a second, you know. He was the guy that found out the earth was round, you know, 500 years ago. And then up until 10 years ago, someone with a YouTube page was like, it's actually flat. I don't know if you guys know that. That's an argument now. There's people that are like, no, it's flat. And you're like, that's so, oh man, what an idiot Columbus is. How did he get over there? He went to the middle part. That's how. That's how. Anyway, it's very good to be here. I had a very weird day. I woke up I went to sleep at like midnight. I tried to go to sleep early because I had an early flight, but my wife's like, really? We're not going to watch TV? And I'm like, yeah, we're going to watch some TV. So we watched Only Murderers in the Building. Nice. Yeah, love that show. Love it. I just want to dress like Steve Martin. That's my only goal. Steve Martin in that, do you know how he dresses? I love that show. I think that's the life goal of all of us in this room. We want to live in an apartment and not have a job. They don't have a job. I don't know what their jobs are on Only Murderers in the Building. Of just not murdering people. I guess they make enough money to do that. But Steve Martin looks so damn classy. And I'm like, I want a little piece of that. You know? Just the attire, not Steve Martin. And as soon as I said it, I was like, whoa, I'm coming in really hitting on Steve Martin. But so we stayed up late watching that, and I woke up at 3:30 in the morning to go to the airport. So I don't know if I really... Do you ever do that, where you go to sleep so late and wake up so early? You're like, I don't know if I even fell asleep. It was one of those where I think I just blinked too long. Was that a dream or a thought? I don't know. And that's what happened. The Lyft picked me up, and I went to the airport early because I got a new credit card that lets me into the lounge. So I go to the airport an hour early so I can get those free eggs. Otherwise, I feel like I'm wasting this credit card. And it's not even, I don't know if you guys have ever been to a lounge. It's fine. You know, I think the only good part is they don't let kids in there. Because, you know, no one wants to waste their free pass on a kid. So it's just no kids in there. But the food is just food you would get. It's free breakfast from like a hotel. You know, you ever stay at like a Fairfield Inn, and then you're like, whoa, how do they get those eggs that sweaty? it's a lot of that, but I feel like I'm being treated better because I have a purple credit card. And they're not allowed in here. So I went early, I got the sweaty eggs. And I hopped on my flight and got to Cleveland, and I didn't realize that that's not close. I do my own routing, and I have a show Sunday in in Sandusky, and then so I'm like, that's also not near? Wow, I really messed this whole thing up. My wife laughs at me so much because I'm so disorganized. She's like, wait, you're not going on no sleep, and do you have a long drive when you land? And I go, no, it's Columbus, Christopher and Cleveland, they know each other. They're right there, don't worry about it. And she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And then she's like, do you have everything set up? And I looked, no hotels booked, nothing. That's who I am, and I'm just last second like, I need a place to stay in Columbus. And so then no sleep, hop in a rental car, and I just want a coffee, because I'm about to kill everybody on the highway. Because I know I'm one of those people. I won't just crash myself and be like, let's take that minivan out. So I just saw Starbucks on one of the freeway come off over here situations, and the advertisements. So I pulled over, got in there, and there's like a line, and when you're in public and you're like, people can tell that I haven't slept, and I'm just kind of waddling like this. Have you ever been intoxicated while not being intoxicated? Just kind of that. It was that lack of sleep that I was telling my order to myself in my head before it was my turn, so I wouldn't just go up there and go, huh. It was one of those. So I'm in my head going, you're going to get a bacon, egg, and Gouda sandwich, and you're going to get a sweet cream cold brew. That's what you're going to get. So I'm just standing there going, bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet cream cold brew. And I know me, and I know my face was showing it to everybody else. So everyone's just standing there. I'm just looking, sweet cream cold brew. I was so ready. I had the order memorized in my head. I'm holding my credit card. That's how ready I am. I'm not gonna dig around. That pair of shorts had a zipper on the pocket. I'm not messing around with it. I'm holding my credit card, going. And then it's my turn, and the lady behind the counter goes, ooh, are you paying with credit card? I'm like, uh-huh. And she goes, our system is down. You can only pay through the app or cash. And I went, bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet cream cold brew. And she threw me for a loop with that, because I'm like, we didn't plan this, And she just said, I can't, you can't, I don't, And I just remember I paused for way too long. And then I finally said, I don't have either of those things. And she goes, I'm so sorry. And I went, okay. And then I waddled out of the Starbucks to go drive more. I had never been in a situation like that before, where it was so bizarre, because it was like, I felt like I was in no man's land, because it was like the most modern way to pay, like through an app, which I'm like, I don't have the Starbucks app, or like I'm buying heroin in an alley, just cash. And you're like, nothing with this? Venmo, PayPal, anything. I don't know. So that was that, and then I finally made it to the hotel, checked in. I slept from like 11 to 3, and then I got up, went to go work out, which was cool. Went to the old hotel gym and did a half hotel gym workout. And I don't know if you guys ever work out at a hotel, but when someone else comes into the hotel gym, that you just hate that person forever. You're like, what? You too? Like, there can't be two lonely people at this hotel, And so there's another person there, and I'm like, I hate you. And afterwards, I went to go get a salad at the bistro. It's a Courtyard Marriott, which I like the Courtyard Marriott because they have food there that you can buy, and they have a Mediterranean grain bowl. I stay at a lot of Marriotts. I know the menu. I don't even look. I don't have to do I'm like, Mediterranean grain bowl, chicken, please. And they gave it to me, and I went up to my room, and they gave me a spoon and a knife. And I ate my salad with a spoon and a knife like a psychopath. Like I think that's how serial killers get ready for their evening's activities. They sit there and eat a salad with a spoon, go, oh, I'm gonna kill someone good tonight, you know? And I was just, that's what today's been. That's what today's been. It's just been, you can't get a coffee, here's a spoon for your salad. And as soon as I got up here, I looked at the stairs, I'm like, that's right, the attic. All right, yeah.
Hey, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it, shared it, subscribed to it, hit the notification bell, do all the things YouTube makes you want to do. Other than that, I wanted to let you know that I'm constantly on tour, so go to my website, zoltancomedy.com, and see if I'm coming to a town near you. Thank you kindly.
I took a driving school class here, like when I was learning to drive. It was taught by a trucker who, I loved it. That was my favorite part, is when I got old enough to where teachers didn't have to be certified. You know what I mean? Like, all throughout your childhood, those teachers are rigorously certified to make sure they know what they're doing. And then you get to high school and they just kind of quit. You know? Like, most of them are, but then you get some teachers who are like, let me tell you about the government. And you're like, what? And you're like, oh, this is an ROP program. All right. This is why he loves wood. He hates society. All right? Starting to put the pieces together. I had a woodshop teacher in high school that, you ever meet someone who none of their dreams come true? So now they're stuck at a job and they never let anyone forget it? That was my woodshop teacher. I had a woodshop teacher in high school. His name was Mr. Brent. And he was pretty regular amongst other things. He had all his fingers, he wasn't one of those guys. You know, he was like, oh, he's missing a hand. No, he had all his stuff, but he was missing most of his heart. He was missing a part or section. He was a hateful man. I think he had goals and dreams, none of it worked out. Or maybe he just loved wood, but he realized he couldn't make a living with wood without teaching it to humans. And so he was just pissed all the time. And of course, woodshop's a stoner class. That's a class you take where you're like, I'm done, I finished that algebra, and now I need to fill my schedule, I'm working wood. That's what it is. That's what it is. Anyone take woodshop here? Clap it up. Cool. Nice. Do you work in wood today? Of course, because no one did. Does anyone work in wood currently? Is anyone running a mantle clock shop as we speak? Just busting out mantle clocks. Anyone making Adirondack chairs to pay the rent? Anyone doing that? No, because it's not a real job. Maybe it was one day, but that shit's made in China. And Mr. Brand couldn't let go. So he's like, and I kind of thought about him. You know, I'm sure he's in high school making his mantle clock. He's like, this is what I want to do with the rest of my life. And then he graduated, and they're like, that doesn't, what? You might as well have just said you wanted to be The Rock. That's not going to happen. And he's like, well, you can teach these stoner kids that don't want to be in school. And he's like, damn it. And so that's where he was. He would just yell at us constantly. I remember one day he lost it on us, and he just went around the room, and he asked each of us what our dream was, and then he told us why we wouldn't make it. I know that sounds like I just made that up out of thin air. That was a real thing that happened my junior year of high school. And it was one of my favorite moments of school, because it was this moment where he was just being brutally honest with us. And he went around the room. He started with this kid, Brock. I went to the school. This kid, Brock, he was pretty much like the Spicoli of our high school. He loved to surf. He had cool long hair, and he loved surfing. And he's like, what are you going to do with your life, Brock? And Brock was like, I want to be a professional surfer. And he's like, oh yeah? Well, have you already won any national championships? Because Kelly Slater won 2 national championships before he was even 15. You haven't done that? That means you're never going to make it. And you should realize that now before it's too late. And Brock's just like, what the hell? You can see tears welling up in his eyes. Everyone in class is like, what the hell's happening? I'm dying laughing. Because, I can't believe this is happening outside of the movie. You know? Then I went to the next person, what do you want to be? I want to be a writer, Mr. Brown. You can't even read. Are you kidding me? He just destroyed every student going down. And I'm dying laughing. This is the most entertaining thing that's ever happened in my 4 years at San Marcos High School. And then it comes to me, because he sees me laughing. He goes, Zoltan, what the hell are you laughing about? And I go, this is beautiful. That's all I could get out. I'm like, this is beautiful. And he goes, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I'm like, I want to be a woodshop teacher like you, Mr. Brown. And there was a pause, and then he just kicked me out of class. to go to the office and explain what happened. And I explained it, of course, my way. You know, what happened? He asked me what I wanted to do with my life. And then what'd you say? I said I wanted to be a woodshop teacher like he was, and he kicked me out of class. And the principal, who I think knew how I meant it, but couldn't admit it, because then we're both admitting that guy's a loser, just had to go, oh, we all have bad days.
Hey, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, review, leave a comment. Join the page if you'd like to support monetarily. But what's more important than all of those things is live comedy is back. I'm back on the road. I have upcoming shows in San Diego, Seattle, Salt Lake City, Indianapolis, Chicago, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Dallas, Austin, Houston, and San Antonio. If you want to keep up with all of these, go to my website, zoltancomedy.com. And if you scroll to the bottom of the page, sign up for my mailing list, and I'll just email you where I'm going to be. That's simple enough. Cheers, everybody.
But yeah, it's so good to be here. Christmas weekend, La Jolla. Yeah, I want to know, I'm very curious, who are the local La Jollans? Clap it up. Okay, couple. Wow, all right. We really all snuck in, didn't we? I like that. I always think more locals come down here, but they're probably like at some secret party, you know? Mick Jagger's playing an acoustic set in a wine cellar somewhere. That's probably what they're doing. They're not coming down the hill, you know? I always feel weird coming up to La Jolla because I grew up in the trailer park, so I always feel like, you know, it feels right and wrong at the same time, you know? I have this feeling, I'm like, well, don't park right in front, you know? Park it around the side and sneak in. I drive a Honda Fit, you know? Like, it's just gonna look like someone's housekeeper stuck around. I wanna feel like a local, man. But I like it. It's Christmas. It's gonna be a good Christmas, because we don't, I love it, but we don't have any young people in my family anymore, so no one tries anymore. Like, I called my mom. I have a tiny Hungarian mother. I'm like, you want to hang out on Sunday? And she's like, Christmas? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, we should all hang out. She goes, okay, but I don't have a tree. And I'm like, we don't need a tree. And she's like, good. I don't even think she's cooking anything. Like, I think she's just going to treat it like a Sunday. I think that's what I think I'm going to show up and there's going to be Panda Express on the table. And she goes, double order orange chicken, correct? Mama knows, you know? That's who my mom is. No longer celebrates it. I like it. My fiance and I, Emma, we decided not to do gifts this year, like fancy gifts. We decided to just give each other what we need, you know? And I didn't need anything, and she needed a root canal. So that's what we ended up doing. And, which is a better gift. I'd rather pay for that, you know? Because last year I bought jewelry. I bought her a nice necklace. I think the year before with some earrings or a bracelet or something. And I like stuff that you need, you know? And you know what? There is nothing more beautiful than all of your teeth. You could have all the diamonds on the world all over your body, but if you're missing just one tooth, you're like, that person stole those diamonds. You gotta have all of them, man. Yeah, because if you're missing one tooth, you might as well be missing all of them. Even if you go out, you're like, no, it's the one on the side, no one sees, but we see eventually. It's a big reveal. I remember one time I was talking to someone and I was on this side of him and I didn't see he was missing one of these, and we talked for like an hour. And he was like an interesting guy. We talked about a lot of interesting stuff, and then he turned, and I saw he was missing a tooth, and I was like, I don't believe anything he just said. I think I was just talking to one of those conspiracy theorists. You need all your teeth, man. It's important. Some good chompers. Yeah, it's good. It's been it's a good couple weeks of comedy. I think it was like last week or 2 weeks ago. Dave Chappelle did a show in an arena in San Francisco, and Elon Musk joined him on stage. And I just want to let you know, I don't want to disappoint anyone, but that won't be happening tonight. And if that does happen, we will both be very surprised. We will be like, oh my God. What an amazing man. That's his face. Isn't that weird? Richest man in the world, and that's what they gave him. Keep your face, you guys. Don't mess around. Because he has all the money, and that's what they gave him. And also, don't feel bad. I can't punch any higher than Elon Musk, okay? I'm not punching down. He is doing great. He's on top of the world. You know, he's doing good. We're kind of all trying to decide where we're going. You know, California seems to be splitting up into two groups, and we got to choose who we're going to be. You know? There's only two groups that are growing. We got to choose. Are we going to be homeless or billionaires? And my friends and I, we talk about it. Like, I definitely know which group I'd like to be in. But I know which one's more likely. It's hard. I've been thinking a lot about homeless people and billionaires. They're pretty much the same. They're pretty much the same. If you take away, like, the money and the fancy, they're the same person. We even look at them the same, you know? Like, neither group has a lot of friends. Generally, we look down on them, you know? And if we do feel bad for like a second, we think about it, we're like, no, they chose this, you know? And they all say the same things. They all say the same wild stuff. I can control the weather, you know? I'm gonna buy Twitter. I'm like, that's... Is that a billionaire or some guy outside of Starbucks just yelling that into the street? It's the same guy. Congrats to the local La Jollans that live here. You guys did it. Congrats. You did, or someone with your last name? Someone did it. This is excellent. I grew up in the trailer park, so I'm a little bitter, you know? Not too much, but just enough. Like, you ever meet someone who, like, you ever think of, like, those trust fund babies that don't have to work? And they're just on a yacht somewhere, doing cocaine with strippers. And you're like, why? And it's like, oh, me? Oh, my great-grandfather invented the zipper or something. So now for generations, we're just doing okay. I actually looked up the zipper. Did you know some guy invented that? We weren't just born with the zipper. Someone came up with that. It's like an invention that's been around forever. I was looking at the zipper because I had taken an edible, and you ever get on the wrong side of an edible and you're like, am I reading the Wikipedia page for the zipper? I was. The zipper was invented by some guy, and then some other guy weaseled in and took 50%. But I saw the schematics that they sent to the patent office, like what they sent for the zipper. And have you ever looked at an invention from like 100 years ago, and then you're looking at it, but you're like, man, if you put a gun to my head, I couldn't recreate that. That's why I was like looking at the zipper, like it made sense, but it didn't. It just comes together. It was like I was looking into a lava lamp, and I'm like, where did that one come from? You know, like how did... I was just blown away. And it was an arrogant invention. We didn't need the zipper. We had buttons. Buttons were doing great. They were doing awesome. Until one guy's like, nah, my penis is going to fall out of there. I need something more sturdy. It's not as arrogant as the scarf. The scarf might be the most arrogant piece of clothing they have. The scarf, like I bought a scarf for the first time last year because I was going to do a show in Chicago and it was freezing and my fiance's like, you're going to need a scarf. So I ordered one off Amazon, it showed up, and I didn't know there's so many ways to fold a scarf. I thought you just put it on and waft it and go about your business, right? And the back whips in the wind like the Red Baron, and that's how you wear a scarf. And I found out that's not how you wear a scarf. And she told me there's all these different ways to fold it. You like put it in and then it comes out. And I realized there's no way to wear a scarf without it just looking like your father owns all the railroads. Like, just highfalutin. Too much. I know. Thank you guys. Thanks so much for showing up on a Wednesday. I appreciate that. I was worried, but you guys came, so thank you. How many of you were here last year when I came? All right. Thank you. I expected more return customers. But that's cool. Thank you so much for coming back. Everyone else, all right. I appreciate that. Thank you. Man, that hurts my heart. Where are those people? We sold it out last year, too, with 100. Where are those? There was like 10 people that clapped. Where are those 100 people? What's that?
Journey and Toto.
Journey and Toto's tonight?
Yeah.
Let's get the hell out of here. Like, what are we listening to me for right now? Journey and Toto? It's not even, oh, man. You didn't even mean that to hurt my heart. And you're like, dude, it's not your fault. I mean, you're still sold out, but those people didn't come back because Journey and Toto are in town. And I gotta start looking up the schedule next time. You can't just look at all the murmuring. They're like, we could leave right now and still catch Africa before Journey comes on. Man, I guess I'm on a good trajectory. I'm playing on the same night. We're both playing on a Wednesday, aren't we? Me, Journey, Toto. There's a lot going on in Savannah, so that's so funny. That's how it goes sometimes. I love Savannah. This is my second time here, and this is the most beautiful haunted city I've ever been to. It's clearly haunted. All the buildings. It's like when they built it, they're like, this is going to be great when... It's like when they designed the buildings, they're like, it's beautiful now, but wait till we're all dead, and we're going to haunt these buildings. Because those buildings, even when they were new, people were like, ugh, gorgeous, but can we sage it before we move in? They're like, no, it's a new building. Like, I feel it in there, man. I went on a ghost tour the last time I was here. Last time I was here, I went on a ghost tour because I had just had my first ghost experience that month. This time last year, I was molested by a ghost in Tucson, Arizona. Yeah, all right, you were here. You remember that. Yeah, I remember it too. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't happen every day, I hope. Imagine that. Imagine if it did. Like, I gotta hire a ghost lawyer because I am being molested by ghosts every day. Yeah, I was performing in Tucson, Arizona at Hotel Congress, which is a notoriously haunted hotel. I didn't know that. I don't do a lot of research before I show up. That's why I'm performing on the same night as Journey and Toto. So I just showed up to the venue, and they gave me a free hotel room, and I didn't know. And I'm like, ooh, this looks spooky. And we find out it's very haunted. And just to give you a quick gist of the joke, it's a true story. We're sleeping, and I hear a cough, and then I feel someone standing next to me on the bed, and then I just feel a hand right here on my hip, and the hand is searching, and it gets to where it's going, and it gives me 3 how do you do's, and I screamed. That's what you do in that situation, you know? And so after that, I was obsessed with ghosts, you know? Obviously, I was never a ghost guy before that, but now I'm in that world. Obviously, I've been touched. I'm in that world. I'm a ghost guy. So then we came to Savannah, and I found out Savannah is one of the most haunted places, so we went on a ghost tour. Some guy in a ponytail took us around, and it was cool. It was cool. Yeah, you guys have had some bad things happen here. The creepiest one is that flu thing you guys had. I love how I keep saying, I don't mean COVID. I mean, like, way before that. You guys had the yellow fever, yeah, where people, like, they didn't have the medical equipment to realize someone was dead yet. So they just went, man, that guy hasn't woken up in a while. And so they would bury him in a crypt, but then they kept burying all these live people, like too many. And I like how you guys are pulling back. This happened over 100 years ago. We can talk about it. You guys are like, too soon. No. This is the time. If there's ever a time, it's right now. It's 2023, Wednesday. Journey and Toto are in town. We're going to talk about the yellow fever back in the 1800s. They thought they were dead, but then they kept like adding more bodies to a crypt, and they realized there's like people like trying to dig out like a horror movie. So their cure to that wasn't like, hey, let's make sure they're dead. Their cure was, hey, what if we tie a bell to their finger? So if someone wakes up in a grave and then goes, diddle-ling, we'll go, hoo-hoo-hoo, we got a live one. They treated it like the orders up at a Waffle House. Ding, 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 like, just why don't you make sure they're alive or dead, you know? I don't know, it was cool. I very much enjoyed it. I flew in this morning. I came in on a red-eye flight. That's when, because I live in San Diego, so anytime I perform on the East Coast, I got to either leave the day before or the night before, and I like leaving the night before. So no sleep. I land and I get in a rental car at 5 in the morning from Atlanta, and then I drive out here. And hey, it's the job I've chosen. Okay, this is what I chose. I'm a road dog, baby. That's who I am. That was the coolest I've ever felt, was that one sentence right there. Everything came off so I'm a road dog, baby. And I was like, ooh, I almost believed it as I delivered the line. And yeah, when I have a red-eye flight, that means I have Starbucks and McDonald's for breakfast. That's what happens. I don't know if you've ever slept the whole night and then you wake up in a new town, but you need food and coffee and then more. Like, your appetite is never satiated. So I got Starbucks and then I went to McDonald's. I went to a McDonald's here. That's where I got it, and I was happy because I went to a bad McDonald's. And because if you're a McDonald's fan like I am, yeah, the downtown one. Yeah, that one's a rough one, isn't it? That's not the best McDonald's. And I like a bad McDonald's, okay? I love a bad McDonald's because I'm trying to be healthy. And every time I go to a good McDonald's, I'm like, damn it, I'm going to be back. Like, soon. I might be back today because this is a good McDonald's. But thankfully, when it's a bad McDonald's, I'm like, oh, I won't be back for at least a week, you know? They'll be able to keep me away for a week. But this is a rough McDonald's. This is one of those McDonald's where, like, the employees don't even say, like, hey, what would you like? You just know it's your turn when their eyes open wider. Have you been in that situation when you know it's your turn, you're just standing there and they go, and you're like, a McMuffin, please. And I'm like, I love a good bad McDonald's. Like, I love it. The food came out, not hot, warm. That's how it comes out. Just warm. You can tell that sandwich wasn't for you. That was the sandwich somebody else ordered, and they couldn't take the disrespect, and they left. And then you just came in and ate someone else's. That's what a bad McDonald's feels like. A bad McDonald's feels like eating someone else's breakfast. That's what it feels like. You're like, this wasn't for me, but I need this right now. I feel like that girl that snuck into the bear's house, and you're like, this one's lukewarm, but I'm gonna eat it. Yeah, but yeah, I like a good bad McDonald's. I even got pulled over on the way. I got pulled over by a trooper. I like your troopers out here. You guys wear the hats, with a hat with the belt, and the it's very aggressive. I like that. I got pulled over by the hat with the belt. And they were very polite. The guy was polite. He came in. Yeah, he was polite to me. I don't know. I think because I'm very chipper, you know. I was like, hi, like cops don't expect that, you know. You pull someone over at 5:45 a.m. You expect I wasn't speeding. You expect an argument, and I was just like, well, hello. And then he was like, whoa! And I was like, yeah. Where are you headed? I'm on my way to a bad McDonald's. Okay? So, what seems to be the issue? And he said I swerved. And I did, because I swerve all the time. I'm not a good driver, and I don't have a good rental car. Like, the new rental cars correct you. If you ever get like a new, or you just own a new car, but I don't own a new car. I get new cars through the rental shacks and stuff. And when you're, like last week I was in Cleveland, and I was in a car and I kept drifting because I get bored. It's so boring. You know, like all day there's screens and there's stuff to look at, and then I gotta drive for 3 hours from Atlanta to Savannah. I get bored, and it's just straight. So I'm looking at stuff, And while I'm looking at stuff, I veer. You know? I veer. That's what I do because it's boring. And then he saw me veering. And it wasn't a new car. It wasn't like a cool rental car that straightens you out. Like I was in a GMC Terrain or something last week that actually had a buzzer in the seat and they'd zap you in the ass. If you started to drift, they'd give you a little taser shot right to the ass cheek and you go, straighten out. And you're like, whoa. And then it would also straighten you out. But this is a Nissan Altima, so Nissan doesn't care, all right? Nissan doesn't care. They don't care about your life. They're like, you drive this thing. And so I got pulled over, and he was like, you tired or something? And I'm like, no, I'm pretty awake, actually. And he goes, I noticed you were swerving, and I had to come up with a lie. And because I didn't want to just say, I'm bored, you know? Like, that's not the proper way to handle that conversation with a guy. I'm sorry, I'm just really bored right now. And I saw something that away. And so I told him I was trying to set the cruise control, but I never know how to, because that's also me. When I get into a rental car, I don't set anything up. I just leave. I just get in the car and I leave. And I wait till I'm on the interstate doing 80 going, whoa, none of the mirrors are pointed the right way. Nothing is pointed the right direction. How do you turn the AC on? Let's figure out the buttons now when I'm on the interstate. And so I was trying to set the cruise, I don't know. He bought it and he let me go and he gave me one of these. Where they just touch the brim and I was like, and he let me off, man. It's an exciting, I don't know. It's an exciting run. I rode in a Tesla recently. I don't know if any of you have an obnoxious friend that owns a Tesla. I have one. I have a friend, not a Tesla. And he was like, we're going to go do this show, and we were in the Tesla. And I keep calling it a Tesla because he kept calling it a Tesla. Like, I've never had someone talk so much about their car before, like while we were in it, he goes, the Tesla, the Tesla. And I'm like, I drive a Honda Fit, that's never come up. Like if you and me are in my Honda Fit, I'm never going, that's a cup holder over there by your leg. This is a Honda Fit, Like, I'm not bringing that up. He just kept talking about the car, and he kept pronouncing it weird. He kept saying Tesla. And he was like, the Tesla. And it got to the point where I'm like, am I saying it wrong? Or are you trying to change the way everybody says it? Because he just kept saying Tesla. And I was like, what is that? Is he being like a weird... Because I hate those people. Those like how to pronounce things, They're like, actually it's a croissant. One of those people. I hate those people. I'm like, shut up and give me the croissant already. I'm trying to get some breakfast in. It's a croissant. It's a Tesla. I'm never getting a Tesla. Not just because I can't. I said it like he wanted me to. That's not how I want to say it. I want to say the way I want to say it. Tesla. That's what it is. I'm never getting one. Not just because I can't afford it, but even if I can, I'm like, I don't want it. Because do you know what happens when you got to charge it up? Like we drove all the way up and then we had to just charge it up. You just got to park in a Target parking lot and sit there like you're a phone plugged into the wall. And then just talk while you're going, that's not enough to get home? We still have to have this fake conversation right now? Put a gas tank in this thing. Let's at least get it home. Now I want to save the planet, but not that bad. That's why I got the Honda Fit. It has leaf mode. I hit the leaf when I'm like, I'm burning too many carbons right now. Let's cut some of the ponies out of this bad boy. Bring it down on leaf mode. Last week was interesting. Last week was weird. I had to take a cat to the vet. My cat Miso, my fiance's cat that I've adopted with my heart, Miso. We had to take it to the vet because we thought she was sick, and it's hard with a cat because they always look kind of sick. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that's part of cat ownership, where you're just like, is that cat okay? I don't think it's okay. That's most of cat ownership, going, I think the cat is sick. And then we do the thing we always do. We're like, let's give it a week. Let's see if it's still doing whatever that is right now in a week, and then we'll make an appointment. And so it kept doing like this weird cough thing. So I was like, all right, let's call the vet. And then we go in there, and then the vet asks you all these questions, and they make me feel so bad, because they make me feel like a bad cat parent, because I don't have the answers to any of these questions, all right? The vet was like, has Miso been eating? Has she been eating well? And I'm like, what do you think, we eat together? Like, do you think there's a table? And we're like, Miso, you didn't finish your peas? Like, what do you think happens? I throw kibble in a bowl and it goes down, and then the next day I refill it. I'm not keeping track, you know? And then she also asks, is Miso having diarrhea? And I'm like, well, what's that look like in sand? I think I could use a picture of what that might look like in a bucket of sand, because otherwise it looks like everything else, you know? And I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. I think she's okay with the diarrhea. And he's like, has she been lethargic? And I'm like, it's a cat. Compared to what? Compared to sleeping 15 hours a day? Yeah, she's bumped that up to 20, is what she's done. Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard. But she's feeling better. They gave her a shot, and they took her temperature, which is the weirdest. They do it old school. They take a pet's temperature, they do it the way they used to do it to us back when they used to tie a bell to her finger when they thought we were dead. They lube up and it's not fun. Like, and they tell you it's gonna happen, and you have to hold your own cat. Which just feels like, I'm like, you do it. You're not gonna see, like, I gotta go home with her. She's gonna remember, you hold the cat, you know? And then you have to hold it, and then just like, she just gave me the weird, as soon as it went in, she just went. I can't tell if you're lethargic, so I got, we have to take all the appropriate precautions. This is just the way it goes, man. I don't know, that was last week. Last week was rough, man. Last week was rough. I had to go get health. I tried to get health insurance. I signed. Did you know you can't? Did you know you can't just get health insurance? Like, whenever? I didn't know that. I didn't know there was a health insurance season. Like, it makes sense. Like, they had the ads, like, oh, open enrollment, but I thought they were just trying to, like, you know, promote to people with, like, New Year's resolutions or something. Like, hey, while you're getting in shape, why don't you get some health insurance, you know? And I'm like, ah. And then I'm like, I'm gonna get some health insurance. And then I called Kaiser Permanente, and they're like, you can't. You can't. And I'm like, what? This is America. What do you mean? Imagine if other things work that way. Imagine if you're like, I'm gonna go get a new iPhone. In February? You can't get an iPhone in February. You gotta wait between August and September. Everybody knows that. Summer solstice, that's when you get iPhones. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. Why are we treating health insurance like a pumpkin spice latte? Like, why are we doing that? You can only get health insurance. And they told me that. They're like, you can't get it. And I'm like, but my testicle hurts now. Like, if your testicle hurts now, you just gotta wait till next Thanksgiving. That's what you gotta do. That's what I did. And not to get too personal, I got a twinge of a pain. I got a toothache in my left testicle. And yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. It's a toothache, and it's dull, and it's there, and and it's not consistent, but it. And I just wanted to get it checked out, and I can't. That's illegal right now. I gotta go find some guy in an alley or something. Get me helped out. And it was ridiculous. What's that? Get the ghost to check me out? Maybe that's what he was trying to warn me about last year. Should get that one checked out right there. That wasn't a molestation. That was a checkup right there. It's scary. I think it's going to be fine, but I thought about it. You know, Emma's like, what if they got to get rid of it? And I'm like, what? And she's like, what if you got to lose one? And I'm like, well, that sucks. And then I just going through like the thought process if I have to lose it. And I'm like, do they fill it up with like a fake one? You know what I mean? Do they just leave it empty? Just like a half-empty grocery bag? Like, why would you do that? Fill it up with something, even it out, throw a couple quarters in there or something, I don't know. These are the things in my head right now. Last week was hard, man. The vet, I took my cat, that's how I am. My cat got taken care of, and me, they're like, we can't help you. And I was like, I guess I'll talk to you on Thanksgiving. Now, I had to go get a new phone. I had to get a new iPhone, because my last one, I paid off, and I think they found out. I think Apple found out I paid off the iPhone, and they're like, whoa, make it shitty. Make it shitty. And it crashed on me when I was in Cleveland. I was trying to drive from Cleveland back to Detroit, where I picked up the rental car. My phone kept crashing. I don't know if you've ever tried to drive to a different city from a city you also don't live in with no phone, but like it's 2007 and you don't have a TomTom. I had to Google directions before I left the hotel, and I hand wrote directions. 8.7 miles, look for I-255. And I was like, so I'm just driving, looking at paper, getting buzzed because I'm veering. And so it was scary, so I had to go get a new iPhone. And I've hit the age now, I guess, where it's not a fun purchase anymore. I used to be so excited when I got a new phone. I'd be like, I'm going to get a new phone. And it was so glamorous and fun and exciting. And I'm like, I wonder what the camera's going to be like. And now I don't care. Because I've had enough of them to realize, yeah, they just keep getting better, kind of. But I hate it. I hate it. Every time I look at it, I get sad. That's what I hate it. I hate going to the Apple store. It just feels like communism in there. That's what it feels like. You walk in, it's overly lit, have no one smiling, you just get dashed to different tables, and they have all the phones out, and they all look the same, but they're not the same. You know what I mean? They're all like, oh, this one has a ha-ha-ha, and this one, but they all look the same. And it's just $1,200 for me to go, oh, I found the airport. Thank you. It's just a rough week, man. I don't want it to be all complaints. Things are going well. I'm engaged. We're getting married in May, which I'm pretty pumped about. Yeah. First week of May, we're eloping, actually. We're eloping to Italy, which is awesome. I wish the word elopement really described what an elopement is, because it does not. An elopement, you're like, oh, what's that? Is that a venue? What is that? An elopement is where you realize you can have way more fun if nobody comes. That's what an elopement is. Elopement is where you're like, hey, we crunched the numbers and we realized we could go to Italy if none of you showed up. Because if you guys show up, we're going to have to do this where we live. But if none of you come, we can go to Italy. And we weighed Italy and against your love, and Italy won.
Hey, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it, shared it, subscribed to it, hit the notification bell, do all the things YouTube makes you want to do. Other than that, I wanted to let you know that I'm constantly on tour, so go to my website, zoltancomedy.com, and see if I'm coming to a town near you. Thank you kindly.
Try a bunch of new things. I don't like trying new things because I usually get hurt. That's the problem. I get hurt or sick. I just have bad luck. I don't know what it is. Like every time I try to be adventurous, the world is like, see? This is why you shouldn't. Like I remember in Mexico, a few years ago, I crashed a scooter in Mexico, and I shouldn't be on a scooter. I shouldn't be on 2 wheels. I need 4 wheels at all times. 4 wheels, all the time. But I made a new friend. You ever make a new friend, and they have a suggestion, and you don't want to seem lame, so you just go along with it? That's what happened. We were flying home that day, and I made a new friend, and he's like, hey, you want to rent some scooters? Go around the island? I'm like, hell yeah! Let's go rent some scoots. Let's get out there. Because I thought there would be like a tutorial video or something. Because one time I rented jet skis and they made us watch like a 15-minute VHS on how to work a jet ski, and they had all the safety gear, and I was like, that's what I thought this was going to be, and it wasn't. We just went to a shack and a little Mexican man threw keys at us, and that was the end of the seminar. That was the whole thing. And it was so bad, like there was no safety gear, there was just a helmet that didn't fit. Like that's all there was. And once we got out there, like the helmet, like the wind took it back and the little rope would like choke me out. That was all of the safety. But I didn't even know how to turn this bike on. I was sitting on the bike trying to turn it on and nothing was happening. My friends were already like doing wheelies and stuff. And I'm like, well, I'm right behind you. And I'm trying to get it going. It's not going. And the little Mexican man that rented it to me, he comes out and he sees I'm having trouble. And he's like, are you good? And I'm like, no, it's no vroom vroom, you know? Because we were speaking broken English and Spanish back at each other. We're trying to understand, but we can't understand. He's like, and I'm like, no vroom vroom. There's no vroom vroom. He's like, oh, vroom vroom. And I'm like, yeah, man, where's the vroom vroom? And he hit a button I didn't see, and the thing fired up. I'm like, yeah, vroom vroom. He's like, see, vroom vroom. And I'm like, is this the brake? And he just shoved me off into traffic. So there I am, downtown Cozumel, Mexico, rush hour traffic. And I could feel in my heart this was going to end well, you know? It was like watching a horror movie. You're like, when's it coming? I know it's coming, but when? It happened on a right turn. That's when it happened. I made a right turn, and halfway into it I realized, I don't know how to make a right turn. I don't know, there was no training. Am I supposed to drop a knee like it's a sports bike and I'm on like the Grand Prix of Budapest or something? Like, what do you want me to do? So I just made a turn and I was like, wow, we're gonna crash into the median. And my calculations were spot on. I nailed that median. And I went flying. The helmet was on the back of my head, like a concrete yarmulke back there, just holding on. And I crashed. I destroyed half the bike, and I'm not wearing protective gear other than this little bike helmet, so I'm just in shorts and a t-shirt, so I'm bleeding from everywhere, all right? My knee, my hand, really bad. Some of the locals had gathered to cuss at me in Spanish, which is good. That's what you need after an accident, some hecklers. All right. That's very helpful. So I very quickly tried to pick up the bike and get it out of the street because everyone's yelling at me and I'm bleeding. And I picked it up by the handlebars. Remember, that's the vroom vroom area. Which, can I say, what a piss poor design that is. Maybe some pedals next time. Maybe something away from where I got to pick it up from. And I went to go pick it up and my hand hit the throttle and this thing shot out of my hands. And it went down half a block without me on it. And I smashed the other side. I destroyed the scooter, you guys. There's no plastic left on it, the mirrors are gone, I'm bleeding. And I walked it back to the rental shack in shame. And the dude who rented it saw me coming. He saw him all messed up, the bike's destroyed, and he ran out with all the English he knew. He just goes, what? What happened? And I was so offended that he would even ask that. I'm like, what do you mean what happened? Like, why didn't you have a tutorial video or something? Could have used a couple blocks, you know, whips around the block before you sent me out there. And so he's like assessing the damage, and he's like, I'm like, how much is this gonna be? And he's like, it's gonna be 10,000 pesos. And I'm like, I don't know how much that is. Like, I don't keep up with the world currency markets, you know? That could be $1, that could be $1 million. I have no idea. And he just kept saying 10,000 pesos, 10,000 pesos. So I just pulled out my Visa, and I'm like, well, try that. Give that a try, you know? And he swiped it, and I'm like, did it work? And he's like, see? And I'm like, no shit. All right. Apparently I had at least a 10,000 peso limit on the old Visa. We got out of there. Now, if you remember, I said I was flying home that day, so I had to catch a flight after that. I don't know if anyone here has gone to the airport bleeding. It's not ideal, all right? So we hailed a cab, we jump in the back. The driver looks back, sees me all messed up, and he goes, oh! Would you rent a scooter? Which that made me feel a little bit better. I'm like, all right, I'm not alone, right? And I had flown out of this airport before, and in Cozumel at this airport, they have a pharmacy, one of those good Mexican pharmacies where they have all the drugs, which is great. You know what they didn't have? Bandages. It's the only pharmacy I've ever been to in the world that didn't have Band-Aids or Neosporin, anything. And she didn't speak any English. I'm like, do you have bandages? And she just kept pointing at like Viagra and like steroids. And I'm like, that's the last thing I need right now. And I'm pantomiming. I'm like, I'm bleeding. I need Band-Aids. And she just kept pointing at the Viagra. I'm like, no! You kidding? I'm about to be on a plane with strangers. Like, that's what you want to add to this problem? No one's gonna want to sit next to that guy. Just some dude actively bleeding and super excited about it. Just take a seat. I got some stories. You know, like no one wants any of that. So I ended up going to the bathroom and I just wrapped my hand and my leg in toilet paper. So for 5 hours I just sat on an airplane just covered in toilet paper. And that's why I don't do anything. I try to keep things pretty simple.
Coming on stage right now, he's got a YouTube special called Modern Male, Zoltan Kaszas!
All right. Wow, you guys got that candy energy. Still, when I found out I was on last, I'm like, they're gonna crash. They're gonna be all just saying, oh, I can't feel my cheeks anymore. This isn't fun, but you guys are still kicking it. This is wonderful. This is amazing, doing comedy at a candy store. Like, if my 10-year-old self could see me now, he'd be really proud. Like, if I could go back in time at 34 and be like, hey man, in 20-something years, you're gonna get to do comedy at a candy store. And he's like, really? Is it because we're super successful? No, that's quite the opposite reason. But still pretty cool, I think. You know? Madison Square Garden, that can wait. I gotta do some comedy in front of a wall of candy. I love that. I love this candy store. Candy stores just make people happy. You can't be sad here. That's why it's been funny to watch comedians do like suicide jokes for the last hour. Just surrounded by sweets. Like if the pills aren't working, try a Skittles. Like that'll. I'm not saying I don't feel depressed. I'm just saying you put some sugar in me. I'm like, I'm smiling about it, I guess. I don't know if I feel better, but I'm definitely jacked to the gills. Yeah. I like it. I love this whole setup. I had candy everywhere, and then this just is like a computer behind me. Just looks like the office center in the lobby of a hotel for no reason. What is it? Is this like the Dewey Decimal System with the candy? Like, is this the card catalog going, I'm looking for a candy? I don't remember what it was called, but I think I know the author. It was chewy, and then it would stick to the roof of my mouth. And it was red, and it got in my teeth. And one time I got kneed in the mouth, and I thought I was bleeding, and I cried. And my mother came, and she's like, you idiot, there's just candy on your teeth. Can we Google that? Yeah. It's so nice to be here. I'm a fellow San Diegan, 34. Yeah, I'm one of you. You know, they didn't ship me in from across the country, and I live over in Kensington. Yeah, I came down El Cajon, took that terrifying turn onto Park. You know that one where you're like, that can't be right. I'm driving into oncoming traffic right now. But nope, this is the right direction. I'm not driving head-on into a city bus. I know what I'm doing. That'd be the saddest death of all time. Comedian Zoltan Kaszas died, turning into the bus lane on his way to a gig at a candy store. Well, this was bound to happen. I know, it's fine. You can laugh about it. I mean, after 2 years of a pandemic, can't we laugh about death a little? You know, so many people died. None of them we met. But that's what it is. I looked at the stats. You know how many people were killed in America from COVID? 1 million. 1 million people. And I travel the country, and it's clear that it wasn't enough. We have a long way to go, you guys. A long way to go. Every time I see somebody, I'm like, how did he survive? That guy made it? What a weak-ass plague that was. I thought this would clear out some of the riffraff. No, everyone I disliked, healthy as an ox. You know? So healthy. But yeah, man, we got rid of the masks last week. That was awesome. No more masks. Just in time for World War III. It was perfect. Take off your mask. Put on your helmet. Yeah? You'll have more room for the helmet this way. Take off that mask. I wonder if there's going to be people going, "Oh, you can't make me wear a helmet." I'm like, all right, this will work out better than that mask situation. No one's making you, bud. Do your thing. I'm following the Ukraine situation. I don't understand it. I learned what sanctions are. I didn't know what sanctions are. I heard Ukraine's being invaded by Russians, and America, we're going to do our best by giving sanctions. And by, obviously, tweeting emojis of the Ukrainian flag. We've clearly done our part, you know? It's in God's hands now. We've done all we could. We dropped off some bullets, and I'm like, I tweeted. We're all right. I learned what sanctions are. Sanctions are where we just don't do business with them anymore. We're like, well, if you keep being mean, we're not going to drink vodka. How do you like that? I figured it out. Sanctions are like when you're in public and you see an unruly child, but that parent won't hit that child. But instead will take a knee and will be like, if you keep acting unruly, you're not going to get dessert. And he's like, but I want me. And then every time I see that in my heart, I'm like, that's the right thing to do. You know, you're not supposed to hit him, but deep down inside, I'm like, I wish you would smack him in the face. That's what sanctions feel like. On the surface, I'm like, you're doing the right thing, but deep down, I'd like you to slap him in his colorless lips. Have you seen Putin's lips? They just look like two severed baby penises were pasted on his face. They just look like... Are we allowed to say that? We're far enough away. I like how some people are like, he's here. It's all right. I think we're allowed to say it. I don't like him. Because he gives masculinity a bad name. You know, there's all that toxic masculinity. And I don't think I have toxic masculinity because I was raised by a single mother and I was hugged a lot. I was hugged probably too much. I was hugged a lot. But then they have this like toxic masculinity. I'm like, I don't have toxic masculinity. I just like UFC. You know? It doesn't mean I want to punch someone in the street. I just like seeing two people prepared. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean I need a father. It just means I like watching violence. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And the reason we have the term toxic masculinity is because of people like Putin, just shirtless on a horse with his man tits flopping around, going, I'll start a war. And you're like, you're ruining UFC for everybody. You're ruining it for everybody, man. I don't know what's going to happen. But it feels like it's over soon, right? I mean life. Right? Like the world can't keep going forever, doesn't it feel? It feels like we're 2.5 hours into a Scorsese movie right now. And we're just like, it has to be over soon. I don't know how it's going to end, but I'm going to be disappointed, but can we? That's my issue. Like, does anyone miss a 90-minute movie? I miss a 90-minute movie more than anything. Every movie, it's like we live in a generation of either the shortest or longest attention span. It's either 60-second TikToks where I'm like, why am I watching this nurse jiggle? You know? Or it's like, oh, the new Batman's out. How long? It's a weekend. You're gonna have to sit in there for an entire weekend to figure out what happened to Batman. And I can't do that because I turned 35 this year, and it feels irresponsible. It feels irresponsible to sit in a movie theater for 3 hours while I know that I've just performed at a candy store. Like, I gotta get home, work on my career. Like, I don't have time to just be watching Batman all the time. We gotta, So, those are my thoughts and feelings. I'm 34. I'm a renter. I rent. Any other renters in here? Clap it up. Those are my people right there. Any homeowners? Yeah. Those are our two political parties in California. Right there. It's not Republican and Democrat. It's homeowners and filthy renters. Filthy, low-life, squatting. Don't wipe up the water on the bathroom floor renters. And 1%er highfalutin, greedy landlords. That's who we hate. That's where the war is. Meanwhile, Bank of America stays suspiciously quiet in the corner, going, keep fighting there. Don't look at us. I'm a renter. I want to be an owner. I'd like it. You know, you heard the couple woos. That sounded like confident woos. I want that. I want to own. I just want to confidently one day say, get off my property. You can't confidently say get off my property as a renter, because you don't know. He may know the landlord. You know? I have to come out and go, do you know Shafiq? And depending on that answer, I gotta decide my next move. Because my landlord Shafiq's a good dude. I don't want to be rude to someone that knows him, you know? I just want that confidence. I don't know, I see both things. Like over the weekend I performed in La Jolla, and I feel like I'm at a real crossroads in my life. At 34, I could see either situation happening. Like I was performing at the Comedy Store, and so it's in La Jolla, so I'm driving through, I'm seeing all these mansions, and I'm fantasizing in my head, and I was actually fantasizing, like one day I could see comedy maybe getting to a level where I could live in one of them big-ass houses, you know? And then later that day I drove through my neighborhood, and I watched a homeless man beating a bird scooter with a stick. And I was like, I could also see that happening just as clearly. Like, it's a real coin toss. No matter what, I'm gonna have passion, all right? Whether I'm wearing a bedazzled robe coming out of a mansion, just going, woo, or just insane on the streets. Just beating it. That's a big thing. I'm on the Nextdoor app, and that's all we talk about is the homeless situation. They're like, we have one, and I'm like, I know. There's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot. They're right outside my door. They're so close to my house. I'm like, are we sure we're not homeless? Like, if they're that close, how good am I doing? You know? It's too close. I'm like, all that separates us is a... That was my pantomime of the door, by the way. I know, I didn't go to miming school. But yeah, that's a big argument. Homeless people, who's to blame? I don't know if anyone's to blame. It's like we all forgot playing Monopoly as children. That's all that's going on out there. It's later in a Monopoly game. Remember later in a Monopoly game? Remember like an hour in, one guy would be killing it, another guy would be doing okay, a third guy would be hanging on, and then your uncle would just be walking around the kitchen looking for something to eat. Because he already ran out of money. That's what they're doing out there. And they're looking at us, waiting for us to join them, but we're still at the board game going, ugh. Come on, Bitcoin, let's get going. Get me out of this situation.